Hello learners, I am Professor Gupta. I am retired faculty from Kurukshetra University, Kurukshetra. I have served abroad also as Professor Education. Today I will be dealing with you on the need to recognize emotions and creativity in pedagogies. This is module number 14. I have kept two major points under the learning outcomes. The first one will be just highlighting about the need, about the place of emotions and creativity at higher education, teaching and learning. And the second is, I will like to point out a few examples of evidences or the factors which will support my statement that there is a need to recognize emotions and creativity in our teaching learning activities at the higher education level. The first point in support of place of emotions and creativity in our teaching learning is the social construction of emotions. This is the theory about the construction of emotions. We are familiar already with the constructivist theory of knowledge creation. Now this is the creation of emotions and social construction of emotions, which is generally lacking. And the researchers have clearly given the theory that the emotions are also created as under the constructivist theory. The knowledge is created. Similarly, when we interact in the class, because of our social interactions with the learners, or learner to learner or learner to teacher, when we interact, then we, with the help of our knowledge, individual knowledge, or the cognitive aspects or the ideas of each and every learner, they come up and we interact with each other and we construct new ideas on the basis of our thoughts, ideas, as well as emotions, and we create new emotions also, and they give a rise to new ideas, and they give rise to new thinking, and in this way new feelings are come up, and also in this way our emotions are constructed. So this is another way which shows that that emotions are important part, as our contents are important, as our thoughts are important. So constructivist learning, that is the construction of knowledge, and here is the construction of social, your emotions, social emotions. So both together are important component parts. So in this way we should give importance to our emotions. It is not that only knowledge is, our cognitive aspects are important, the emotional aspects are also important. So from this theory of social construction of emotions, we feel that it must be given due place in our teaching learning processes. Second point is about the correlates of emotions. In the correlates of emotions, that emotions individually do not work much, but they, in relation to other psychological aspects, for example motivation or attention or anxiety or interest and other this emotional intelligence, cognitive aspects, etc. So these are the things, when they relate with each other as a group, they combine together and they give us some ideas to create something new. In this way, emotions have been found in relation with other psychological aspects and other factors. We create something new, and that they help in the learning outcomes. The third aspect or the third evidence that which I will like to mention in support of the place of emotions in our teaching learning processes, that emotions serve as mediators as well as they serve as products. The researches show that as in the chemistry, that there are catalysts. Similarly, the emotions come at the place of a catalyst, or they serve as mediators, and the inputs are processed by the emotions to give out something new. In this way, they play the role of mediators in our lives, in our learning process. Another aspect, emotions also directly sometimes they behave as the creative products. For example, Avril has reported that the emotional creativity is there. He has coined the word emotional creativity. That is an example that emotions directly behave not only as mediators, they behave as emotional, as the products directly as the emotional creativity is that example. This is the fourth evidence, or I will say the fourth factor which highlights the importance of emotions in our teaching learning process, that is the success principle. This principle was given by Emerald and Kramer in 2012. Under this, there are three things clearly has been shown under the success principle, that the first, whatever the activities are undertaken throughout the day in the institutions, they are further processed by the emotions. Whatever your emotional feelings are there, and then they combine with your intelligence, there is a cognitive part, your perceptions, your thoughts. So in this way, they are the correlates, and they combine together, they interact together, and they give develop in us a particular level of motivation. This is another core motivation is the correlate, and it gives out the individual performance. And whatever in this way, the outcome is your individual performance, and that quality of individual performance depends upon the interaction of your emotional feelings, your perceptions, your thoughts, and interaction in these, and then at what level you come out at the motivation level, and that if you are at the higher level, your individual performance will be better. In this way, the total activities, they are processed by these correlates as well as emotions, and ultimately the output is there. In this way, it acts as the mediator in this success principle. The fifth evidence I have taken from Jackson 2016, where he has highlighted that there are four things: respect, encouragement, emotional support, and affiliation. These are the four factors combined together. They play a major role in our learning process. If a teacher thinks, gives full, the mutual interaction is respectful, and the dealing, emotional dealing, that he is supportive and always encourages at every difficult points, and he gives emotional support and shows affiliation, that is belongingness or connectivity at every moment of teaching learning process, then these have the positive effect on the emotions of the child or the emotion of the learner, and ultimately the emotional levels, they further contribute in the successful undertaking of the activities, and one shows the outcome is very good. So here I want to show that the researches are there on the social environment, where these respect, encouragement, emotional support, and affiliation play important role, which are all related to emotions. The last one I have taken from the studies of Peckran 2014, where he has shown the importance of the achievement, importance of the task which we assign, importance of the contents whatever we teach, and importance of the social environment we create. These are the four factors. Peckran has pointed out that these four factors play an important role in the learning process, because the achievement, suppose you have achieved, you have got the success, you by chance you could not achieve your purpose, or you could not achieve the learning outcomes, and you have failed, and so these affect the emotions of the learner. If you feel proud, you develop hope, or you feel shame, or you feel disgusted or frustrated. So these are the feelings come up, and all depends upon the achievement level. Similarly, another factor he has mentioned, that the task, whatever the task is given, what type of task you have designed, what type of task you have given, nature of that task also affect. One feels curious to know to work on the task given to you, or one feels delighted to work on the task. So in this way, task designing part is also important on your part, where what type of emotions it generates or triggers in the learner, delightful, curiosity, or frustration, or anxiety. So it depends upon what type of emotions are generated. So in this way, task factor is also important. And the third one is the content. How do you organize the contents? What is the nature of the contents? How the content analysis has been done? This also affects the learner and the learning on the part of the learner. And emotions play a role in that. If you show the empathy, if you show the sympathy, if you show the compassion, and if you appreciate, admire the activities or the involvement of the learner, in this way the emotions of the learner are affected by the design of your contents or how they are organized, that affect the emotions. The last factor is your connectivity with the learner. How you are connected with the learner, that also matters. And similarly, whatever the emotional aspects I have covered under the content, the similar way your connectivity, your belongingness, your social relationship during the classroom teaching and all that matters. Social belongingness, your social connectivity, love and affection. You show the sympathy part, you show the empathy part, and you admire, you appreciate every moment, even he is not able to do the well. So in this way, these four factors Pekran in 2014 has highlighted in relation to the learning in your class, and he has called all these things as academic emotions also. So I have tried to pick up these evidences before you regarding emotions and creativity. If we give place to these emotions and creativity in your lessons, as is clear from the evidences, and then you will find that you are satisfied with your teaching, and the learner will be very happy to be with you, and he will be curious to understand. So I hope that in your teaching learning activities, you will be using, you will definitely be giving due place to emotions and creativity in your teaching learning activities. Thank you very much.